What is one superpower you have noticed the women on your team consistently bring to the table?
Quite a good one. I would say contextual sympathy. So there's always a way how something needs to be answered or questioned. So, firstly, I'm blessed to have them in my team. So there's always a way they ask me a question, and there'll always be a better way I could answer them when I'm around. So, be it a problem, be it a support, be it a question mark, or be it a problem statement where there's no solution. We always get along and solve it around when we have around them. That's all.
Complete the sentence. This office wouldn't function without women because.
I think because women are required in any office and any team, especially because Flipkart Wholesale is a very multi-dimensional business where we have sales force across the ground sales force in the stores, we have head office, and then we have finance, legal, HR equally working together. And studies have shown that being a woman in any team increases our collaborative intelligence, workplace culture, and productivity. And because we have a multi-dimensional business, presence of women is very, very important for our business.
So, what is one superpower you have noticed the women on your team consistently bring to the table?
So see, when I started off in FMCG 7 years back, right, I thought the sales life was so brutal that women probably wouldn't survive it until I met my team, right? And it's amazing that these guys bring in this sense of bending reality as a superpower, right? The negotiations that they do, the investments that they get. Even on the last day when we ask them something that is totally illogical and impossible, there are women in the team, right? They kind of take it very calmly and go to get it done. This is something that is very unexpected out of anyone, not just women, right? And I think that is something that they bring into the team, and they actually they're like the foundation of the team. If you look at our team, 50% of the team is women, and we are one of the strongest teams if you consider in the flow. So these guys bring in a lot of X-ray vision into looking into things that are not there, right? Let's say events that we could not imagine. They kind of imagine it with vendors and they turn it into reality, right? It's something that they do amazingly, and kudos to all the women in my team as well as on the floor to doing this amazing job. They kind of setting the bar high for all of us in this floor.
If you could have a 30-minute coffee chat with any woman in history, who will that be?
I think I'll possibly it's quite historic that way. I'll have it with goddess Sita or goddess Urmila, wife of Lakshmana, right? I think the sacrifices that they've made for their family, for their husbands, I always admire that. I wonder how could they do that? I mean, leaving all the luxuries that they had in life. For example, Sita, I mean, she had to do almost for 14 years. I mean, at that time, I mean, leaving all the luxuries, she had to do that one was for 14 years with Ram, right? And more so, I admire Urmila the most because she's possibly far connected, not as close as Sita, and she was able to do it for her husband, who is doing it for her brother, and she had to do it for 14 years. I admire the sacrifices that they have made. And similarly, I mean, if I have to connect the dots, I mean, even now I see a lot of women doing it. I mean, a lot of working women who are doing very good in their career. They chose to, raise kids, and they left their jobs. I've seen a lot of women in my family and in friends' family that they have left their job to raise their children. And I also have seen a lot of women coming back, taking a break of 5 years, 10 years, and then doing very good. So I think the kind of sacrifices that they make is immense. I think I have not seen any man doing it. So I think that's the foremost, the best quality that I see.
You think of a woman you work with who always saves the day without naming names. What's their secret weapon?
At Flipkart Wholesale, our business is very dynamic, and it's very easy to get carried away sometimes because of multiple things going on the floor, going at the office or even on the ground. It might be stock, it might be sales, it might be anything else. And as a guy, I can tell it's very easy to lose patience sometimes. It's very easy to get panicked also. What I've noticed multiple times across multiple teams and with my team also, especially with women around, they turn chaos into a framework, and they actually keep the ship steady sometimes and a lot of times, and they have a unique capability, unique strength of having the calmness and the pressure also, and that helps the entire team to be on shape, to be there on time, to be there at the right place. And I think that's a very unique quality. And sometimes I've also noticed that even if we realize that there is a problem, even before we realize that there is a problem, they always have a solution ready. How do we fix this? So that's a unique quality I think women definitely bring to our team.
If you could trade places with any woman in your life for a day, who would it be and why?
So it's a good question. So very frankly saying, there are a lot of women in our life who actually we look up to, starting from our mother, wife, grandparents. But if I choose one person, that would be my mother. So what I have heard of from the instances of her childhood, she was the eldest, and she always used to have a set example for all because she had siblings. And being the eldest, you always have to set the right examples. Then she was very studious, but at that point of time, due to some reasons, she had to get married and sacrifice her career at that point of time. So I think that sacrificing a career takes a lot of guts. That is something which we can learn from women in our life. To start your family at a very nascent stage, you need to mature very early. So I think maturity comes very early in women in our lives. Also, being an homemaker, she had to manage the home, she had to take care of the financial planning of the month, she had to manage the family, she had to nurture the kids. So I think empathy, resilience, planning, everything comes into the picture here. If I look up to what she's doing right now, she is taking care of the grandchild, she's taking care of my father, who is at he's a bit elder in terms of age. So he's taking care of him in terms of health, in terms of food, everything. So I think right from sacrifice to resilience to kindness to taking care of each and every person in your family to taking care of yourself, as in between of all, you also need to take out time to take care of yourself. So I think there are multiple things which we can learn from, and as a man or as a male, I think there are very few things we actually inculcate from the women in our lives. So I think we should be thankful for whatever part we can play in their lives. And I think man will always be indebted towards the women in their lives.
If you think of a woman you work with who always saves the day without naming names, what's their secret weapon?
See, there's some common powers that every woman have, I feel. When it comes to their smile, when it comes to their calmness, when it comes to their work-life balance, how they manage in and out of their day-to-day business, that is what is their biggest traits in life. So we all are surrounded by one or the other who acts as a backbone for us. When it comes to wife in home or when it comes to a colleague in office, everyone play their individual roles to help us build very good work-life balance to us. When it's coming to a wife who manages our house and also sending her husband to office, and when it comes to a colleague who makes the environment light and make sure we have a lighter situation when it comes to high-end conversations that we have in offices here, and when it comes to a woman who helps us to have a better, lighter view into the situations that we have in day to day, she's always a smile star. So when it comes to women, we all are indulged in them. So whether it is inside out of what we do in the office, she's always there behind us and next to us and forward to us, who helps us build a better work-life balance. And happy Women's Day for her and everyone who is helping us to make a better life in this environment.
So you'll have to complete the sentence. As per you, this office wouldn't function without women because...
Quite simply, they embody resilience, creativity and vision that inspires everyone around them. That's the main reason, right? And I wish you a very, very happy Women's Day.